This is a quick style history of Rancho Palos Verdes. About 100,000 years ago, the Palos Verdes Peninsula is an island. Rocks and soil fall into the gap, and after years and years, the island connects to the mainland. The whole thing is actually just a big rock, perched at an angle atop LA. Explains why so many landslides and chunks fall into the ocean. Whole peninsula is just a mountain-sized Jenga game. Jumping forward a few thousand years, humans wander in from Alaska, subtle, ancestors of indigenous people we call Tongva, not what they would have called themselves. They hang out in Chawigna, near Redondo and Torrance. 1700, Spain rolls in with guns and germs. For some reason, most of the Tongva are soon dead. Spain gives huge chunk of this land to the Dominguez crew. Later, the Sepulveda crew says, hell nah. Both start to squabbing over the peninsula, Torrance, and San Pedro. Their disputed land starts being called Rancho de los Palos Verdes. Mid-1800s, sailors wander in from Pedro, start slanging whale oil and blubber. Only thing they're good at. Sucks to be the gray whales migrating up the coast. Mostly these whale butchers are Portuguese, so the spot is dubbed Portuguese Bend. Probably not what the whales would have called it. 1913, rich guy Frank Vanderlip vacationing here because he's got a tummy ache or something. Likes the view, calls his rich buddies back east. Together they buy 25 square miles. Within that square we find not yet Rancho Palos Verdes. In 24, Frank's built a home, Villa Narcisa. Not only moves his whole family in, but a slew of peacocks too. When he dies, guy in charge of the cages must have left it open. Now there's wild peacock colonies throughout the peninsula. Gnarled seamen complain in 26, it's too dark out here. Lighthouse goes up in Point Vicente. When World War II comes around, they dim the lights some. Better not to give the Japanese any wild ideas. Jumping to 49, Wayfarers Chapel is erected. Beautiful space of glass and wood. Built by a religious group called Swedenborgians. Christians with a twist. To them, heaven isn't much different than here. Angels have houses and clothes. Probably even still paying taxes. Not yet Rancho Palos Verdes builds Marineland in 54, sort of a SeaWorld resort thing, a full year before Disneyland. Beautiful views, performing animals, Googie-style architecture. 2 years later, a construction crew is busy trying to help Crenshaw Boulevard stretch its legs. They hit an ancient landslide complex, rumble crash, a bunch of homes taken off the map. 1964 and everybody wants to be a hippie. Down at Sacred Beach, aka Smuggler's Cove, it's unofficially declared a nude beach. If you know, you know. 10 years later in 73, Rancho Palos Verdes finally makes itself official. Probably decided it was time to do something about the landslides, and all its edges falling into the ocean like slices off a birthday cake. One of the city's first acts, a moratorium on development. Picture a giant hand reaching out, hitting pause on building anything, anywhere. 1999, the Ocean Trails Golf Course. Excited to open and ring in the new century. Sees its 18th hole sink into the water. Company goes bankrupt. Pre-presidential Trump swoops in and redevelops. Among the most expensive golf courses ever built, though his tax documents say different. 21st century and Terranea Resorts is here, taking over the old abandoned Marineland place. They build all kinds of luxury facilities, so I guess the moratorium is over. 2024, more than 200 residents evacuate. Return of the landslides. Later, they're allowed to go back home, but the city shuts off their gas pipes, just in case. That same year, Wayfarers Chapel is getting bent and broken. What else can one expect from a church built on a wiggly rock? Carefully, they unbuild it, dismantle. Currently, it is between addresses.